The transfer portal has been super interesting this offseason. Kind of the rules adjustment, NIL, it's been very interesting. But right now, I'm going to break down who I think the biggest transfers in each conference. What's going on, people? Welcome back to Reefer. I got another banger video for you guys today, baby. Let's be special, baby. Let's be special. So I'm going to say for the Power 5 conferences, who I think the biggest transfer and the most impactful transfer in that conference is going to be. Now, granted, I'm telling you right now, I'm ruling out Quinn Ewers, Caleb Williams. I'm throwing them out. They are boring answers. I think they're both going to have big impacts for Texas and USC respectively, but they're boring, easy answers to this question. So I'm throwing them out, but they're going to have a big impact there respectively for their teams. So right off the bat, we got Ocean Mantis from TCU. He's going to Nebraska, defensive end, sacks per game at 0.9 sacks. Now, those are some impressive numbers, especially for a team in Nebraska. They could be an interesting team. Scott Frost, it could be a season like last year, or he could get this thing turned around, and it could be a very interesting year for Nebraska. But if they get this thing turned around, I think Ocean Mantis coming off the edge is going to be a big, impactful player for them. Now off to the SEC. Jayden Daniels, quarterback, LSU. Now, Jayden Daniels, maybe you recognize that name, Arizona State quarterback, transferred to LSU. He said he wasn't going to leave ASU, but I think he realized that ASU is a bit of a mess right now. They got some rules violations. Herm Edwards hasn't exactly had this massive impact on the program like everybody was hoping he would, but he had a lights-out freshman season. Crazy good freshman season. He was projected, this kid's going to go in the NFL draft in 2 years, and he's going to be great. Last year, his sophomore season, not quite ideal. Not what everybody was hoping for. But he's got a real opportunity here with Brian Kelly and LSU, a very talented roster, to turn things around and make some impactful throws, impactful plays in some big games. Now, I think if Brian Kelly and LSU have a big year, it's going to be because Jayden Daniels is at quarterback for them. Now off to the ACC. Oh, baby. Micah Pittman. My guy, Micah. Baby, stand up, Micah. You've been putting in work all offseason. I see you, my guy. I see you. Micah's going to have a big year for Florida State, baby. A wide receiver from Oregon. He transferred over to Florida State. Absolute stud. Underutilized at Oregon. It's kind of a little bit smaller in stature size guy, but lightning quick, great hands. He's constantly working on those hands. And they just need to find creative ways to get the ball in his hands. Let him return kicks on special teams. Let him return punts on special teams. Get some jet sweep action with him. Hit him underneath, hit him in space. Just find ways to get him the ball, and he's going to be a playmaker for you. He's one of those guys where you just have to design plays to get the ball in his hands. That's just what it comes down to. You just got to get the ball in his hands and let him go to work. He's going to have a big year for Florida State. I think he's going to be one of the best receivers in the ACC. And that transfer from Oregon to Florida State is going to pay off dividends for him in his NFL dreams. Now, off to the Big 12. I got TD Roof, linebacker, Oklahoma. Now, he's had a bit of a interesting career, a bit of a journeyman. He started at Georgia Tech, then went to Indiana, and then last year at App State, he really kind of found himself, played very well. He had 67 tackles, 10 tackles for a loss, and a couple interceptions at App State. App State's a growing program. They play some solid teams there, a very respectable schedule, so I respect those numbers a lot. And offense has never been the issue at Oklahoma in recent years. It's never been an issue. That defense has been a big issue. And when you got guys like I said before, you got Quinn Ewers there in that conference now. I think Quinn's going to have some playmakers on the outside of Texas. You need guys that can match up with them, stop the run, make some big plays. And I think TD's going to be a big impactful player for Oklahoma. I think he's going to slide in that starting linebacker role for them, and he's going to be a tackling machine after really finding himself last year at App State. Now, finally for the Pac-12, like I said before, Caleb Williams is the easy, kind of boring answer for this, but I'm going to go with his teammate, Travis Dye, running back, transfer from Oregon. Now, Travis Dye was a 1,200-yard rusher at Oregon. He averaged 6.0 yards per carry. That's absolutely insane. And what I love about that guy too? My guy plays with no gloves. He's an old school football player, nitty gritty. He's got the little mustache going. He's got the no gloves. My man is rocking it out there. I love him. But he's part of the reason why a lot of the receivers left Oregon is because that man was just eating up all the carries, eating up all the touches of the football. But I'm surprised that he transferred there to USC, but I think he really saw an opportunity to be part of a powerful, lights-up, hyperactive offense that could help him achieve his NFL dreams. But I think it's all going to start on the ground for USC. They need to prove that they have some men in the trenches there, both along the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. So they got Corey Foreman and some other guys on that defensive line that, once they get a little bit of weight on them, I think they're going to have a great year this year. But that offensive line is a big question mark for them. We'll see what happens. But their season will depend on, can they get Travis Dye going on the ground? Because I'll tell you what, the skill guys they have on the outside, if they can just get some, Travis Dye getting the ball and getting him down to, 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, hit him a nice little play action over the top of Jordan Addison and Caleb Jordan. Woo, baby, it's going to be an exciting year for USC, but it all starts on the ground for them. But that's all I've got today, guys. Let me know in the comment section below who you think the best transfer in each conference is going to be. As always, have a great day. Tell somebody you love them. Deuces.